Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sherry. If you're new here, thanks for joining. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back. I decided to use this old footage of the day I brought my Monstera home from the nursery. And I wanted to fast forward it through so you can get a little history of what it looked like before to where we're going after these first 7 minutes. So the first 7 minutes is me fast forwarding 4 hours of footage of cleaning this plant, getting it out of the nursery pot, cutting the roots, and then trying to find a spot for it. So I just wanted to pop in and let you know that you can click on the bookmarks in the description if you pop it open and just go to the next sequence if that's what you want to do too. So I will let you have at the what I call very painful memory. I was sore for days after this, but it worked out great. She's a beautiful plant. So happy watching. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another planty video. My name's Sherry, and today we're doing plant chores. So I have been watering all my necessary anthuriums today, and as I was putting back my philodendron patriciae on the shelf, it needed some more light, and what's happening is my Monstera Deliciosa, I don't know how to say it, Delicosia. It is, or was, on the shelf, and it was in the way, so I had it right here, and the big leaf is overpowering the shelf, and I want more of my plants over here, and I want them to be under my light. So here she is. That's my beauty. I have not recorded her, I don't think, before and shown you. I think I've shown you in some recordings, but you haven't actually had a focus on her. And I haven't really talked about her either. So here's my dilemma. So I know that over time we are supposed to chop these, right? So this is where she is. This is how far up she goes in her pot now. Granted, I could take her out of this plastic and pot and put her only in this, but that gives me to here, right, to about here on the dirt. And I still have this growth happening, which is great, but I don't want that. So what I've been doing here is I wrapped her roots, or her aeroids, about 3 months ago in this plastic bag with moss. So I haven't taken them off completely yet, but you can see the roots growing here. So what I'm thinking of doing, or what I am going to do, I've decided I am doing this, is I'm going to chop her, and then I'm going to plant these into the dirt. I may or may not save the rest of it. That's a lot of ugliness around, and I'm not really into that. So yeah, so if you're interested in following, stick around, because it's going to get real here in a second. All right, so I've moved her outside, and I apologize for the crazies that'll probably happen while we're out here with my dogs. But, so, here, take a good look at her. There's a lot of moisture in here. You all are right about this moss. They love this stuff. This is very painful for me to have to do, by the way. I love this plant. But I've seen lots of videos on caring for your monsteras. And one of those things are chopping it when it gets to a point where it should. And I feel like I'm at that point. Because here's the thing, guys. Yeah, you can see me. Here's the thing. This is going to grow so fast once I put it into its own pot. I may lose this leaf that's coming out. If you see that right there, I don't know if you can. I can't see anything with the glare. Let me back this up some. Is it in focus? Yeah, I can't tell. Anyways, that leaf most likely will be sacrificed. And if it's not, and it comes out, it's not going to be as beautiful as the others. I'm sure of it. Yeah, because there's just, it's got to start over, right? I mean, I can't imagine that it would be okay, which makes me sad. But I'm at the point now in my home where this is getting to a point where it's time to give it a try. I need the space. Now, oops, I don't have you pointing at me. Let's see, here we go. So if you can see, which I don't know if you can, bring in some more. See this here? I think this here is a growth point. And then I know there's one here. Based off what I've seen on videos. So I could cut her here, which I'm not going to because all of my roots are here. I could cut her, I think I can cut her here, which will then give me everything I need. Or I could cut her here, which sacrifices one leaf. And this is a growth point, and I save the growth points, and then, yeah, but again, you know, I don't know, guys, I don't know. I think I'm gonna, this is tough. I'm definitely sacrificing this leaf here, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop it off. If you're squeamish, close your eyes. So what I could do here is think this is what I'm going to do. It gives her more potential to survive with keeping these big aroids. So I'm going to go with that. It's hard with you guys in front of me, but you need to see this if I'm going to record it. It's really hard in the sun because I don't know, I have a bad glare. I was thinking about using loppers, but maybe I should. When I pull this out, I have I'll be taking a lot of roots, I suspect, with me. And this is my largest pot. It's 11 inches which I'm going to put it back into it. Gosh, this is heart-wrenching, everybody. If you haven't done this before, yeah. It's so pretty. But I need to do it. All right, guys, so I'm not going to know what you're seeing. I only can get you in that square, so I haven't dumped it yet to see what can come with it, if anything. It's a lot of work. My husband just came out and smiling at me. I'm gonna reuse this, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see me. Or the most important part is the plant. Okay, I'm losing my mic. Glad today is not a windy day. I'd like to know what those of you who have monsteras like this have done in the past. Have you chopped yours? If you have chopped yours, what do? Do you keep it? Do you keep this bottom piece? Wow, this thing's huge. I knew it would be. It is completely baked in here. And the thing is, I don't know if any of these roots will come with this other part, other than the ones that I've grown. So I need to be careful. Wow. One of the funniest videos I've ever seen was this lady trying to get her monstera out of her pot. And now I feel like I'm in her position. If it survives this, it'll be a miracle. I just lost a glove, part of my glove. Wow. I mean, I could chop these up and make little, I don't know, mini ones, I guess. I don't know. I know you could probably cut these, if you can see, but I don't think I want to, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, here we go. Wow. Holy smokes. I'm gonna have to really consider if I'm taking these aeroids with it. You see this? Wow. Certainly liked my mix. So some of you, or I know none of you have seen my repot when I bought this thing. I chopped the roots in half to get it into that 11-inch pot. And I didn't think it would survive, but it did. So I'm going to believe that it's going to be fine once I pot her up into her new home. So a lot of these roots that you see here are brand new since I got her. Because like I said, the bottom was like this. It was like this. And I had to cut it off. She likes my mix. That makes me happy. I wonder if my neighbors are watching. They probably think, what is she doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. So, how about that? It would be easier if I wetted this, I bet. I should have done that last night, but I had no clue I was going to do this today. When I saw that it was taking up so much of the grow light, I was like, okay, let's rearrange. And then when I saw, I hadn't checked the roots since I put the plastic around it. So I was like, well, this is a good time to look, see what's going on. And I felt like they were a perfect time to pot her up before they rot. Because if you keep them in that bag too long, they're just going to rot. There's no air in there. All right, so I think this aeroid belongs to my babies. The birds are like, what's going on? What's she doing to that poor plant we would like to make a nest in? So what I'm doing here, most people probably figured out, is I'm trying to decipher what root system is part of this plant. What I don't want to do is take any roots away from her that I can keep. And the bulk of the system, I think, has a lot to do with this top cut that I just cut. That's where the new growth comes from, where the root system keeps things going. I know that for sure. The more roots, probably the better, but they don't have to have all of those roots to survive. I've proven that by cutting this in half, this root ball, when I got her. And she's put out that beautiful leaf with the more, is it, I don't know what they call menstruation leaves, I don't know. But there's more holes in it. So we'll see how this turns out. It's like a maze. What I know I don't need is all this hard stuff down here, but I'm still trying to be careful. I sure hope you guys can see this. I remember looking, and you can see anything in this square, so you should be able to see this. Priority number one is my plant. So, and I'm sure you get it. It's tempting to not put it back in the plastic pot, but I cannot lift those glazed pots with this in it. So I'm keeping her in this pot. And as I go, I will just have to keep doing this. She'll have to be chopped every who knows how long or how often. I'm not familiar with this plant based off just history, but you know, I've watched a lot of videos and they grow pretty fast. And by doing it now, I have a better chance of saving these leaves that are so beautiful. That's a nice root system, isn't it? Okay. Almost there, I think. Hi, Bull. I don't know if you can see Big Boy, but he's coming to investigate. What happened here? What happened here, Mommy? It's Mommy's fault. Okay, so this one I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut this right here. I'm going to cut this because I think that's making this more difficult. Okay. All right, so there we go, guys. There she is. Now, let's look at what we got. This is good. This is really good. So these aeroids have been in the pot since I put her in, so they have roots on them. Anytime you get, if you grow aeroids, I highly recommend that you do your best to put the aeroids in the pots. One, it helps with strengthening the plant, but two, it'll grow roots, which will be great when you have to chop it. This is a very interesting conundrum I've got here. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is interesting. Do I want to keep that? Looks like a whole different avenue here. I think I'm going to cut that. All right. I'm really happy about this. Win. All right. Now, guys, I'm going to let her sit to harden off here for a second while I do this. I'm going to do something with this. I know this would be a great thing to keep, but I don't know. See right there, look at that. I just don't want another. All right, I'm going to clean up and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I had to clean that up. And now we're going to pot her up. Got to make my mix. Be using my big pumice today. And my big bark, which we're going to put at the bottom here. I'm also going to get some moss. I didn't use moss before, but now that I've learned some more tricks, thanks to my friends on YouTube, I'm using moss more now. I'm putting it in my, at least my anthuriums. And I'm going to put it in this one for more moisture, especially for the winter time. Might be enough. I need to go put it some water, so I'll be back. I just lost my microphone again. Porch isn't as comfortable as my carpet. If you're mentally young, you stay young, right? As far as I'm concerned, I am still young, and I'm going to keep doing the young things if I can. And sitting on a cement porch potting up is doable. You can't see me, but I'm over by the hose and I'm filling this up, my moss up here, getting it all soaked up. I bought this moss from Amazon. I bought sphagnum moss from the garden center, which I used previously, and I have this orchid bark, which I think I like better. It seems better. So I'm using this premium grade orchid moss. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this moss down on the first level where the bark is. It has a nice spot for the roots to surround themselves with. I'm so happy, guys, that I have this kind of root system. So happy. Not sure why, but people circle their plants in. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's the better scenario here. But you see this? If I put him in here this low, the challenge is his stem, right? This challenge is the stem. So I don't think I want to put him in that low. However, I do want his aeroids in here. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and make up my mix, which is going to be a lot of it. Oh, my nose. I sure hope you guys can see this. I'll put the ingredients up on the screen that I use. A lot of it I don't have to use because this orchid mix has the charcoal already in it, but we'll see how much. So I'm going to start with the peat moss, which I'm going to use a lot. This is a big pot. Use my tree fern. Which also I'm going to use a lot. And I'm going to mix this up. My nails hurt, and I bought these. I won't say who it is because it's not typical. I've got issues with my skin from diabetes, and my nails get impacted as well. So I don't believe it's the fault of the, I'll say, the gel nails that I bought and did myself. But I wore them for 2 weeks, and all but one nail has lifted, and it was quite painful. The best thing you can do is cut your nails as back as far as you can, and I have done that. I have also bought, what is awesome is the Nail Teak protein polish that helps get your nails back to where they should be. And I've been using that for 3 weeks. I also have been doing hydrogen peroxide soaks with my nails, and that helps get all any dirt out, which is another reason why I have to wear gloves doing this, because when you have nails that lift, you don't want that stuff underneath into your nail get an infection. So that's been my 3-week journey with my nails. I've decided I am no longer putting anything on my nails except nail polish. No more salons, no more gels, and it makes me sad because I don't know. Since doing these videos, I really enjoy doing my nails. But again, I should say again, because I was doing them pretty much most of my life. I had artificial nails on until 2008. And this will be interesting. I think what I'll do here, I think I'll mix this stuff up separately. But I had my nails done up to 2008, which I think maybe I was 38 years old at the time. And then I just got out of the habit of doing them. I didn't want to do it anymore. But then I got this idea, started doing them again once I started doing the videos, and I liked it. But so I can't do it anymore. Being these aeroids are so big and chunky, that's why I'm making it with the bigger stuff here. The smaller plants, like my anthurium, or hocas, those are my gym shoes. Hoyas, I would not use these big pieces, at least now that I know, I've got the smaller ones. I got the smaller bark for those and the smaller perlite for those. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is just kind of dump this in. Okay. So what I want is to fill it up. I'm going to also do this. Oh, I can't reach. I think this will be helpful. I'm going to get my wire. My dogs are in the house watching me. Oh. I got this at Menards, which is awesome for this plant, by the way. Hold it up. Look at that. Maybe she'll like the sun while she's out here. All right. It's getting hot. There's sun on my back. This is the first time I've done this. Well, yeah, all of it, but combining these big pieces after, in a different bowl after the dirt. I like it. Happy plant chores, everybody. People have no idea until they own plants like this what plant chores is all about. It's not about watering. It's not just about watering. I'd say majority of it, ooh, my nail's coming out. Majority of it is this kind of stuff. Where's my gloves? Yeah, most of it's chops, repots, changing the substrate to be more moisture during the winter, showers, all that good stuff. I had no idea. My mom growing up had 75 plants, she said, and she's never, not once, had to go through the stuff I've gone through. And I'm like, I don't know how that's possible, but maybe she doesn't remember like all the type of plants she had that we know. Like I know she had spider plants, she had jade plants, she had oh, sorry guys, I lost focus. I know she had what other stuff? Rubber plants, but never or aroid plants. So, and honestly, they're the most that I have, and you have to constantly do stuff with them. So, which makes sense. And it all depends too on what you want out of your aroid plants. I want big, beautiful, healthy leaves, which require work. It requires upkeep. It requires bigger pots, chops. If you chop it, like my goal is to keep with the same pot sizes. I want to keep it underneath 10 inches. Or this is 11. But I want to keep under 10 below. And to do that, you're going to have to consider your options. So some people say, you can't keep getting bigger pots and your leaves will grow. Your leaves won't grow if you don't get bigger pots. Well, I disagree because I chopped this root ball when I got it and I got a beautiful leaf out of it. So I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. With my aerites. And I won't know, obviously, if that works until a couple leaves that grow. And if they're smaller than the ones before, then I know I have my answer, and it's because I cut their roots. So we'll see. I haven't had to do that. Hopefully I don't have to for a while. But they're starting to get fully loaded into these 9-inch pots and 8-inch pots that I have. This is going to require lots of dirt, guys. Okay, so I'm going to lift this guy up. Hopefully you're seeing the rationale as to why I did what I did with this plant. See how much more he now fits into this pot. Just hope that, put some moss around him. I just hope that he is going to be okay. I forgot to add Myco. I'll just water him in. That's what I've been doing since I forget all the time. Adding it. Hopefully you guys are seeing all this. I have to soak my nails in hydrogen peroxide again, I think, because these gloves are awful. Just awful. They don't last at all. Sun's starting to go up. I'm going to have to buy some more of this size perlite too. I like putting it at the bottom. Ugh. I like putting it at the bottom of the pots. I was using leca balls, but they're I'm not going to be using those anymore in my mixes. I find them a nuisance. Yeah. Well, if she hangs on, I think she's going to like it much better in here. I'm going to add some more, just a little bit. Tree fern. I have to buy some more of my bark too. What I'm doing here is covering up all these little new aeroids that are coming out so they get pulled down into the dirt. And then I'm leaving this front part it's just really sitting on top of the dirt now. It's buried, but not too much. I don't want it to rot. It's going to be a lot lighter now, and thanks to my new dirt mix here, it'll be a lot lighter. All right, I think that's it, guys. I got some bags of Jack Gritty mix too yesterday because I wanted to put cover up the, I wanted to cover up the moss that I put on top of the anthuriums. I don't think I'll be doing the moss bit on this plant. I think I'm going to keep this on because she's leaning up against it. And I want to keep it supported because that aeroid's going to need to grow down in that dirt before she gets strong. Yep, she's pretty wobbly, guys. But I think she'll be okay, I hope. I'm gonna water her and give her, I don't know, I guess I should wait to give her fertilizer until, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do it. All right. Okay. Whew. I don't know if this thing's going to follow me, so we'll just give it a try. So she's been watered and her leaves have been sprayed. So what I'm going to do now is make a little bit of myco water. And water that in. Actually, I can't do that out here. My dog, so I need to move her back. Oh! This is why I'm glad I chopped her, guys, because she's much easier to carry. My husband's cutting the grass. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but you may. I think I'm going to also put her on a stabilizer when I get her in the pot inside. I still need to, I need to get her fertilizer, and I need to get, yeah, that's it for now, just the fertilizer. So I'll be back. All right, so I'm using the nurture system from Kaylee Ellen. If you haven't seen that, check her out. She has a page on YouTube. And I mentioned it in my other video that I changed to it. I'm not sure yet. It's only been a week, so check back and we'll see if I like it or not. The only thing I've noticed so far is the Bessie, Anthurium Bessie AF. I don't know if it's the fertilizer or if it's too much light, but it reminds me of the fertilizer. It may be getting too much, which I tend to fertilize more than I should. So I need to get better than that. The last thing I'm going to do here before I take her in is spray the leaves, which I do anytime I water any of my plants, and wipe them down, is with the wellness spray that I use. It has silica and neem oil in it, but you don't smell anything. It's a beautiful smell. There's a lot of citrus. This is an orange citrus, I think. I've talked about it in other videos, so you should know that maybe by now, unless you're new. If you are new, thank you for watching. I'm sure this has been an eye-opener, but this is what I do. So if you're interested in that, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow, and that's really what all I want, is to share knowledge with everybody, because I wouldn't have been doing this if it wasn't for the person that I saw also on YouTube. And when I edit this video, Future Sherry is going to try to find that and link it in my description. I forget the channel's name, but all he does is focus on monsteras. All right, so wow, this has been a big chop, okay? So I have got her back inside, and I've got her in her big green pot where she used to be. Now I just need to figure out if I want to put her in the same location, which I think I do. Now she'll be lower. She probably won't be intruding on the Patriciae anymore, but let's try it. So I'm going to flip you around. But there she is. All my plants are disarrayed right now. I was like, there's no reason for me to move them back until I figure out what I want to do with her. So let's pull her back. Oh, yeah, she's much lower. Much lower. No intrusions. The only problem now, she's so low that my anthuriums are going to overpower her. So, I think I want her in her own corner. We're going to be putting a light. Let me move this over here. We're going to be putting another light over here next to the, oh boy, yeah, I know. My gimbal does not like being forced. I'm going to put a light here in the corner. And I'm thinking maybe that's where I'll put her. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. So let's try it. All right, so here we are, completely redesigned and cleaned. I pulled everything off the table, took the wood out because I can remove that wood, vacuumed, redid all the plugs, and reorganized how the plants are. And then here's the star of the show. So as you can see, I've got this new light. This is the large one over my baby, who's been through a lot today. And I put the 1/2 of my ficus under her. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it there, but I did break my ficus up, so I haven't done an update on that yet, but that's the, I call the ugly one. But the good news is, look at this, since being under the lights, the leaf is finally opening. It's just, I've got a lot of burn marks or dried up marks from wear and tear, I guess, I don't know. Black and light, I think. But yeah, so I'm really, really happy about my chop. I think that she'll do good here. I put my lucky stone, my lavender stone in there. And yeah, wish me luck, and I'll do some updates as I go. Oh, I wanted to, here's my babies. They're completely distraught today because everything's been crazy. But here's the new look as well. So here's the big ficus I have over here. And I had a time because I need another tall stand, and because I really want to make sure that my Anthurium Zamora is tall enough that it doesn't get overshadowed. So for now, since he's still miniature, he does have a leaf growing, as you can see here. Once that leaf comes out, depending on the size, I may swap these around, but as of right now, I really like the way that this looks. These guys have more room to grow now, and they're under the large light. And as you can see here, she has no Monstera leaves blocking her view from the light, so I'm happy about that. And then I moved my sun red philodendron up there with her, which I really like in that lavender pot. So that is it for today's video, everybody. We're all pretty tired here. So have a wonderful day, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and the like button. Talk to you later. Bye.